We are in the middle of a quarter. Every quarter, we take stock of what we have achieved based on our set goals. First thing, have you set your goals for the short, medium, and long term? Leave a comment. If you have, then you should by now be knowing we are halfway to quarter one of 2024. And before we get to the end of the quarter, it is important to take stock of what or where you are at the moment, even as you plan to continue with the journey. Hello, good people. Hope you're doing well. Jessie is my name, and on this channel, we talk about finance, personal development, travel, and charity. If this is your kind of content, kindly consider subscribing and join the Just family. In today's video, we're going to just take stock individually as to know what we are doing or how we are doing as it comes to our goals. And this is also in line with our 52-week saving challenge, which is the Just family goal for this year. I hope you have not forgotten. If you're not participating, maybe it's time to join the challenge. So we're going to have a few questions which you should answer for yourself. I don't have the answers for you. I have my own answers. So as we ask the questions, you answer based on your current situation. We are going to dub this episode as reflection questions you need to ask yourself as often as possible. And so here are the questions. Number 1, did you set SMART goals? That's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. If you did, where are you in quarter one? Are you where you wanted to be, or you have not even started? You're still procrastinating? Leave a comment down below. And even if you don't leave a comment, answer yourself. We are 1.5 months down the first quarter. What is going on well? What are you struggling with? What is that thing that you ought to have done at the beginning of the year, of the quarter, and you have not started? What is stopping you? What lesson have you learned so far? How better have you worked on your goals as compared to the previous quarter? What challenges are you facing in this quarter? How is your spending habit? Is it higher or lesser? And higher, is it just because of inflation, or you have increased your expenditure? What is going as planned? What is not going as per the plan, and what are you doing about it? How often do you review your goals? Have you checked through just to see whether you're making progress in this quarter? Do you usually appreciate yourself? Even if it's one good thing, one thing that you have done well, you need to appreciate yourself. Remember, we said we have to be celebrating even if it's small wins. If you have been struggling with time management, have you made adjustments accordingly? The next question you ask yourself, has my priorities changed between the time I set my goals and today? Because sometimes you find a situation whereby when you are setting your goals, maybe you were single, maybe now you're married, maybe you didn't have a child, now you're either expecting or you have a baby. All these factors need to be considered when you're just reviewing your goals, even as you plan for the end of the quarter. The next thing is, have my finances changed? You can get an increment, and sometimes you can get a reduction. The next thing is assessing your financial circumstances. You can check if your finances were the same as you set goals and what has changed. Perhaps you got an increment or a reduction. Before COVID, most of the times people never anticipated a reduction, but now it's a reality, so you have to have it in mind. The next thing is, you could be having additional dependents, which means now you need to spare extra money for the dependents. The next thing you need to ask yourself is whether your goals are aligned with your current circumstances. Maybe something now has been overtaken by events, and in that case, then you may need to make the requisite changes instead of waiting for a whole 3 months and you find yourself in the same situation. The next thing is, what strategies have worked for me and how can I enhance those strategies to even do better as time goes on? The next thing is, what support or resources do you need to be able to achieve your goals in full, and sometimes even to ensure that you even do better than you planned for yourself? How have my goals impacted on my life and the people around you, maybe in your relationship, with your family, with your friends, your health, your personal development? I mean, are they giving you a better version of you, or maybe you need to work on something to ensure it is aligning with everything and all the relationships that's around you? So once we answer these questions, what you would want to achieve can vary depending on your goals and can also vary depending on your circumstances. Here are some action points that you need to put in place to be able to work on your goals. Number 1, identify the change areas. Once you answer all the questions, the change areas will just be very clear for you. The next thing is, develop a new skill. Sometimes you need to get out of your comfort zone and just create something out of your already existing skills and making use of them. If you realize you're doing something good, look for ways of improving. Increase your efficiency. Of course, we're not 100% perfect, so you can always improve on something. Reduce stress and anxiety. We are human beings, therefore this is bound to happen. So you always need to work on that. Ensure your stress levels are at minimum to be able to focus. Remember, if you're anxious or stressed, your focus will be diverted to think about yourself, to think about what is eating you up. Sometimes you may need to spend even that money that you're trying to save or that money that you're avoiding to spend to treat those stress, anxiety. You can have ulcers, you can have anxiety disorder that needs to be treated. Remember, sometimes if you cannot do something about a circumstance, even if you stress yourself, you're not going to give it a solution. Next thing is, understand your core values and work on them. We all have our own values that drives us. So you need to check yours and use them to focus. The next thing is, if you require support in making decisions, ask for help. Don't think you're a superhero. Maybe you feel you're a man, you should not be asking for help. You feel like you have researched everything and you don't need professional advice. Maybe you do. So you can always seek help and support to be able to achieve your goals. And we said another way of support is, involve everyone who is in your life, especially who is affected by your financial circumstances, that you're working towards something, so that if you're sacrificing communally, not one person, not some people, not knowing to what extent we are sacrificing. And of course, improve relationships. People are your investment. People help in growing you as a person. So do not ignore the relationships that you need to build. Leave a comment down below with another question or another action point that someone may need to work on to be able to progress and of course reach their goals by the end of this quarter. And don't forget to check out our previous videos. We have an ongoing series of the 56 weeks saving challenge. Do not be left behind. We also have a whole package of finance content and travel, so don't be left out. And of course, if you would like to support our charity, check the number down below and send whatever you may have. It is still ongoing. Naomi still needs medication, so we still need your support. Yes. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly subscribe. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on our next one. Bye.